into December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Now a play fake. Lance. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
The Niners at 9-2 to start play. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They go with the option on 4th down, left side.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35.
This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got him in, complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
It's caught on the right side. Williams. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out in the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
In motion, Hill.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
On first down, Lance.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Okay. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
On play action, Lance.
Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Tua. Well, he brings it in off the deflection.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Escaping the pressure right. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Now Tua. Dancing to his left. He is going to find Hill here. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Ready. Strike 2.
Looking to pass. Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Lance finding Ayuk there for Niner first. Now Lance. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Ready.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Down the left sideline. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake in the ball and knock it free.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Down.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That one good for 26 and a first down.
On the ready. Fight, kick. Fight, play.
Lance now on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
On the double.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Tua. Gonna look deep for Wilson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Cedric Wilson, 50 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Keon Crossan. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And going deep for Hill. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack on first down, Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Ready up.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On the ball.
On 2nd and 10, Tua. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Lance now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Ready.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Looking for the crossing receiver. He's got him. It's Samuel. And out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Shotgun now for Lance. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time,
he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Keon Crossfire. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. And that is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Keon Crossfire. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fights still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick six, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
Here we go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
3-3.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Got it. 5, 97. Cut.
Here's Lance to throw it. Looking for the out route. He's got his man. It's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. Oh, they're like, oh my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle. 46 yards. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
On the ball.
Throwing now is Lance. And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Down.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances. And that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready?
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
Javon Holland coming up to make the stop. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, look at that tackle we just saw. Pretty nice.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Come on, set.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
Let's
So
go.
a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Lance looking to throw it. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The hard-hitting safety, Jimmy Ward, picking up the sack that time. Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. That one looks like he'll throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Open man is Hill. He's got it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And my goodness, another interception. And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually...
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My ace spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep day.